I have 7 o'clock my time, so let's go ahead and get started. Let me share my screen. Okay. All right. Well, good morning, everyone. I appreciate you joining me this morning. And we are going to be talking about the KPF P9W2 check lane refresh, which starts on Monday, the 21st, and it's going to run for 3 weeks and end on Friday, October the 9th. And just a word of warning, because this is just like all of our projects, we have another one that's starting right on the heels of this one. So please don't get behind, get this project done on time. This project and the upcoming P10W1 are very important projects to KPF because this is our setup for the holidays. And of course, they do the vast majority of their business during the holidays. So we want to make sure that we're setting them up for success. Hold on, I gotta admit someone here. Here we go. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on the P9W2. And just a reminder as well, since we've had some division shifts lately on which Kroger divisions that we service, and we covered the Main Street divisions for a little while. So in this project, we're going back to servicing our main divisions as well as Atlanta and Dallas. And we will no longer be servicing Columbus or Food for Less. So just if you have merchandisers in the Ralph's, Columbus, Food for Less, or Cincinnati divisions, just give them a reminder that this time we are not going to be completing the KPF projects. The KPF kits for those Main Street merchandisers will be arriving at the stores. So if they see a KPF kit in those 4 divisions, just leave it alone. It's not for us. It's for those Main Street merchandisers to come and do. For the rest of y'all who receive the kits, they will arrive via AMC, however you receive your magazine. So if it's truck, UPS, they'll arrive with those. And we do have some select stores that receive those at the merchandiser or field manager's homes. If you do receive them at your homes, please do not take them to the store and just drop them off. The reason we have them sent to your homes is that store or that division is notorious for losing kits. So if you take it to the store and just drop it off and you don't execute the project for another 2 weeks, they're going to lose the kit because that's why we send it to you. So please do not, you can drop it off the day before, but don't be dropping it off and not completing for a week or 2, because I guarantee that kit will go missing. So let's get started. So once you're in the store and you find your kit, like I said, again, it should be wherever your magazines are, unless you brought it into the store with you. The first thing we want to do is pop open the kit and compare it to the packing list, all the kit content. So this is a really, really big project. So you're going to have a lot of items inside of these kits. So very carefully make sure you're matching up the kit contents to the packing list and making any notations of things that are missing. This is important for auditing purposes for the kidder. We want to know how well that kidder is doing on putting the items in the kit that we need. So you'll have 2 options on your survey for missing items. One says it matches the packing list. One says it does not match the packing list. And by answering that question appropriately, we can determine if this is a kitting issue. Did the kidder not put something in the kit that they were supposed to? Or is this a mapping issue with KPF? Does KPF not have the correct fixture information for that store? So very important on that question too, that we're answering appropriately, not only for the missing items, but also if the store has no fixtures, that means they truly do not have a single fixture listed in the instructions. If you're missing the entire kit, make sure you're checking that one. And the manager wouldn't allow option. That one should be used extremely rarely. That means I walked into the store and the manager looked at me and said, no, I don't want you to do this project. It could be mean, I don't want you to do it today. It could mean I don't want you to do it never. It does. Some people are just using that as potential, not what it's intended for. Someone just joined and they're not on mute. Please make sure you have yourself on mute. So again, that manager wouldn't allow just really that you can't do the project. Maybe they're remodeling, Maybe the store is closing soon. Maybe it's due to the COVID issues still. But, sometimes people are just using it as a catch-all. They'll say the kit is missing. Well, if the kit's missing, choose the missing kit option. All you're doing is causing us extra work because I'm going to send it back to you and you have to fix the survey, and it gets, very time consuming to do all of those things. So just let's answer that question appropriately to begin with. And if you are going to the store and you are missing the kit, make sure that you're checking the store thoroughly, that you're checking inside of the gift card end cap. You're looking in the drug GM cage, manager's office, break rooms, compass carts, customer service desk, that you're checking in with member of management, you're checking in with the receiver, and that you're really exhausting all efforts to locate that kit. We are going to be handling listed kits a little differently on this project, just because it's so important that we get these items set before the holidays. So we will be, replacement kits will be shipped out during the project rather than waiting until the end of the project. So really exhaust all efforts to begin with to locate that kit and save us all some time and effort in the back end on trying to handle those replacement kits. So any questions so far on just these housekeeping items? No? All right, so let's get into the actual project then. So we are going to be updating the brand blocks this time. The brand blocks in most divisions are the double sets of hooks at the check lanes. So we are going to be updating brand block 1. We're going to pull off the current POG that is there, pull off the cards, pull off the backer tags, and throw those away. We are going to be leaving the sign in place. It should be the black, white, yellow signage that says your gift card destination or earn fuel points, something along those lines. We're going to leave that sign in place. And then we're going to set brand block number 1 to Domino's and Kohl's. Brand block number 2 is going to still be Visa and MasterCard like it always is. Brand block number 3 is going to be updating to DoorDash Netflix, and brand block number 4 is Happy PlayStation. Remember that brand blocks are always a rotation of 4. If you only have 3 brand blocks in your store, you'll set just the first 3. If you have 8 brand blocks in your store, you're going to set the rotation twice. We never skip a brand block. We never in the rotation. So in other words, if you I'm going to admit that person. Okay, sorry about that. So if your register number 2 doesn't have a brand block, that's fine, because then register number 3 will become rotation number 2. I know that sometimes gets a little confusing because the way we look at how registers are numbered is not necessarily the way it's numbered in the store. So if you stand in the main drive aisle and you're facing the front of the store, so whether that's the customer service desk, the doors, windows, whatever, as you're facing the front of the store, register number 1 is always the one farthest to the left that has that fixture. And then it's just it's just down the line, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you start rotation again. So on rotation number 2, which is your Visa MasterCard, we are going to be updating the sign on it. So we're going to pull down the pink sign that says a gift for whatever your future holds. We're going to take that one down, and we're going to replace it with the holiday sign that's blue, has white snowflakes, and says no list, here's your gift. Again, this sign only goes on your Visa MasterCard brand blocks, also known as open loop. This sign should not be placed on any other brand block. I've been seeing this a lot in the last couple of projects where we're placing the open loop signs on every brand block, and that is not correct. This only goes on Visa MasterCard brand blocks. The rest of your rotations 1, 3, and 4 will have the black, white, yellow signage that says your gift card destination or earn fuel points or some message along those lines. Leave those signs in place. If that sign is missing for any reason, just go ahead and place gift cards on those 2 hooks. Obviously, you won't have backer tags for those, and that's okay. But just so it's not left empty, go ahead and place some gift cards on those 2 hooks. So when we're updating our brand blocks, again, we're going to pull off the existing cards and put those back onto the gift card end cap or into backstock. Again, we never throw away cards unless we're explicitly told to do so in the instructions. So we're going to pull off the cards and put those away. We're going to pull off the existing backer tags. You know, we don't want a big pile of backer tags. It gets really messy, so make sure all those old backer tags are removed. And then we're going to set it to the new planogram. Again, number 1 is going to become Domino's Kohl's. Number 2 is going to stay Visa MasterCard. 3 is going to become DoorDash Netflix, and 4 is going to become Happy PlayStation. It's become very common in the last couple of projects to have split POGs like this, where it's Domino's, Kohl's, DoorDash, Netflix. So if you're, just remind your merchandisers that when they're placing the backer tags, that they're placing them for, that the Happy ones should be in a row, the PlayStation ones should be in a row. They shouldn't be, it shouldn't be the top half is Happy, the bottom half is PlayStation, just to make sure they're paying very close attention to how those backer tags are placed so that everything is neatly in a row. One note on the PlayStation brand block, there is the PlayStation Plus 3-month gift card will not be sent in the kit. So we're still going to place that backer tag on the fixture, and then the store can order the gift card. So again, this PlayStation 3-month one, it's at the third on the bottom 3 hooks. Yeah, is not going to be sent in your kits. Everything else you should have in your kit or are common cards that are in the stores that you can pull and place on here. But again, this PlayStation one will not be in the kit. Place the backer tags, leave the hook empty, and make sure you let the store know that they need to order that card. For those of you in Harris Teeter and Roundy's, you'll have the same rotations as the other divisions, but of course most of your stores have single hooks, so same thing for you all. You're going to update your brand blocks 1, 3, and 4. 2 is going to stay Visa MasterCard, and in Harris Teeter, you're not going to update the one that has the banner one that has the Harris Teeter Blue Rhino cards on it. You're going to leave that one alone. And same thing in Roundy's. You guys are going to leave the single hook that has the banner cards, your Roundy's cards, and the single hook that has telecom cards. You are going to leave those alone and just update the other brand block rotation. Does anyone have questions on that? And again, if your store has recently updated, pretty much in the last year or so, will also have brand blocks at the U-Scan coolers. These should also be updated. You should have enough in your kits. They do send 1.5 quantities. Should give you enough to cover all of the U-Scan registers if you've recently updated. If you don't have enough, please make sure that you mark that on your survey that you we're short on backer tags. And again, these follow the same rotation. So if your U-Scans are on the far left and you have and they have the brand blocks on them, that will actually begin your rotation, and then you'll just continue it through the man check lanes. All right, any questions on brand blocks at all before we move on? No? Okay, so let's get into over the belt. So we are going to be updating the over the belt. So these are the fixtures that are over the candy gum or the actual check lane. So we are going to pull the existing cards. We're going to pull the backer tags, throw the backer tags away, and put the cards back wherever they belong in the store on the end cap or in the back stock. We are not updating any over the belt header signs. You won't have any in your kits. So leave any current signage that is in place. And again, they should be the long black, white, yellow signs that say something along your gift card destination or something along those lines. It can vary by division. So we're going to pull the existing cards and we are going to set this to a new planogram. So your first tray or hook that is on the left will be number 1, and then you just continue down the line. The first 8 cards are the same no matter what division you're in, so that's why you can see them listed out in the instructions. The other pockets, so if you have an extremely long tray that has 16 or 17 pockets, cards number 9 through 17 will be on your backer tags, but don't appear in the instructions. So really important when you talk to your merchandisers about the over the belt, you tell them to specifically follow the backer tags, because again, pockets 9 through 17 vary by division. So on so number 1 is going to be Fortnite. And if you notice that they have a note here about the Fortnite cards will be sent at a later date. So you're going to go ahead, just like we did on the PlayStation on the brand blocks. We're going to go ahead and we're going to place that backer tag, but we're not going to have a card to put in that pocket. So we're going to leave that empty and just let the store know that they need to order that card. And also in your kits, you will not have the Visa or MasterCard $25 gift cards. These are super common cards that are in the store. So just go pull some from the end cap or the back stock to make sure that those pockets are filled. And again, so if you only have 6 pockets, you're going to set the first 6 cards. If you have 10 pockets, you're going to set the first 10, et cetera, et cetera. And you're going to treat every check lane as an individual, because one check lane might have 5, the next check lane might have 13. You never know, but every check lane is set as an individual. So we don't do any kind of continuation pogs on over the belt. And if you have the newer self-checkouts, you also might have over the belt on those. And these are, essentially it's the same POG as from the man check lanes. And it's the first 8 cards. All of the over the belt and the self-checkout is identical. So again, you won't have this Fortnite card, but we're still going to set that backer tag. And then we're going to set these first 8 cards. 8 cards on the self-checkout. Anyone have questions on the self-checkout or over the belt in the man check lanes? No? All right, so moving on then. So we are going to be doing a telecom over the belt update, and this is only in select divisions. So those of you in the Fry's, King Soopers, and Smith's divisions, and this is only in select stores. So this is only if you walk into your check lanes and you've got your gift over the belt on the left, your telecom over the belt will be on the right. So again, this is only in select stores if you happen to have the telecom over the belt fixture. So same thing as the gift over the belt, we're going to pull the existing cards and backer tags and set the new backer tags and set the new cards. Make sure any of these cards that you pull are set back onto the main telecom fixture in the store or put into back stock. And same thing as the gift over the belt, we set in check lane. We set in check lane order. Hey, could you always make sure you're on mute? I'm hearing some singing in the background. So we're going to set in backer tag order. So you might have 5 pockets, you might have 15 pockets, but again, just make sure you follow your backer tags and ensure those are set correctly. Any questions on telecom over the belt? No?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the new retrofit fixtures that moved over the belt from the left to the right, I still have some on the left and the right. They haven't completed that.
Oh, gotcha.
What do you suggest?
Yeah. Do you have a store near you that you could take some pictures of and send to me?
I can check again. I mean, this was that way like last week, so I'm not sure it has been, visited again since last week, but I did notice that last week. So I'll double check again and send you pictures.
Okay. Yeah. And for most of you, because you all should be fall in the Eastern Midwest divisions. So if you have stores in Atlanta, say, that have the telecom over the belt on the right side, we're not updating that at this time. It's only going to be in these 3 divisions. Well, really 5 divisions, but we don't service Columbus or Ralph's. So just the Fry's, King Soopers, and Smiths are updating. But yeah, if there's something weird or funky in that any of your stores, send me a picture just so I can look at it and determine what we should do. Because typically gift over the belt's always on your left as you walk into the check lane, and telecom over the belt is on the right. But they're always doing new things, so I can't always say everything's 100% a rule. Any other questions on that before we move on? No? All right, so we are going to be updating the credit fixtures, and these desperately need updated because we did not update them in the spring as we normally would due to all of the COVID chaos. So the first fixture we're going to update is the self-checkout or U-Scan standalone fixture. So this is actually a pretty rare fixture at this point. They used to be common, and now that most self-checkouts have brand blocks and over the belt, these things have become pretty rare. So what it is it's a 22-inch, so a small flexi with pegboard underneath. So we are going to pull off the existing cards, pull off the extra bag tags, throw those away, and set to the new planogram. And then on the flexi part of it, we're going to pull off this existing signage, and we're just going to set the new signs. And it's a large billboard sign that covers the entire flexi, and then a header sign. Again, these are pretty rare these days. There are still some out there, but if you've had a recent front end transformation or remodel or anything along those lines, you will not have one of these in your store. And they might have 2 of them depending on how the self-checkouts are designed in the store, if they run on either end. So you might have 2 of these, but typically it's 1 or none. So any questions on that? No? All right, so the next one is the destination table. And again, this is becoming a very rare fixture as well. So these are typically somewhere in the front of the store, either by an entrance or by the customer service desk. These do get shoved off the floor a lot. So if you receive the signage for the destination table, but you do not have one in the store, make sure you let the manager that you check out with know that you received the signs. And I would just go ahead and tuck those inside of the gift card end cap. Just in case that table is located later, and that way the store can update the signs then. So we are going to be pulling off the side sign and the front sign, and we're going to be pulling off all of the old brochures and the header sign, and then we're just going to replace the new signage and place the new brochures in the pockets. Any questions on that? Okay, next thing we're going to update are the pin pad toppers. So the pin pad toppers are in every check lane, and these are, these should be familiar to most of us, where you slide your card in now, and where you sign and okay your total and all those things. So these are at every check lane. If it has an existing topper, we're going to pull that off, and we're just going to place the new one. There will be the 3-inch sticky clips in your kits, just in case the clip is missing for this or your new monitor toppers you'll be placing. So you can place a new clip and place the sign if the clip is missing. Monitor toppers, we're going to be replacing these as well. Again, you will have clips in your kits in case the clips are missing, and these are the monitors that are in the check lane. So this is when I'm checking out at Kroger and I look up and I can see the screen with everything I've bought and the price and the total. That's the monitor we're referring to. Sometimes I see some really crazy pictures of where these are placed, but it's literally the screen you look at when you're checking out. That's what we're referring to here. Now you are going to receive 2 different types of monitor toppers this time, because the first time ever we're going to be placing these in the U-Scans as well. So you're the ones that are double-sided. Those are the ones that go into the manned check lanes. The ones that are single-sided and have sticky tabs on the back, Those are the ones that go into the U-Scan area, because obviously those don't have to be double-sided since the screen is just faces the customer. So again, you're going to update, you're going to place these on check on the man check lanes, and also in the U-Scan area. U-Scan are single-sided with adhesive strips on the back, and the ones for the man check lanes are double-sided, and you'll place with the 3-inch hooks that already should be on the monitors, but if not, you'll have extras in your kit. Does anyone have questions on that? Again, it's a little confusing this time because we got 2 different kinds. No? All right. So the next thing we're going to be updating is the CheckLane credit end cap. So inside of the bag of the kit, you are going to be receiving new sign hardware. And this, if your sign hardware is already on there and it's in good shape, you can leave it in place. If it's missing or anything, then you're going to want to place this. It's not, this is something I've requested that they send, because as I go through pictures, I noticed that many of the sign channels are missing, or these clips that go on the bottom have been missing. So again, they're going to be sending new sign hardware for the bottom sign of the CheckLane credit end cap in all kits. You may not need it for your store. If your kit, if your sign channels are there and in great shape, perfect. You don't have to worry about replacing it. But if you, but it's definitely there if you need it. Very important we have those sign channels on either side, because this is what this big sign slides into, and without those sign channels, you have to tape it. It looks really messy and it falls off easily. So again, if you're missing any hardware, make sure you get that replaced. So once you have your hardware updated, then we're just going to remove the current signage that's there. There's a header sign, a podium sign, and a bottom sign. So a note on this header sign is that it's thinner than normal. So you may need to use double stick tape to get this header sign to stay up here where it needs to be. So let's let your merchandisers know that if it seems loose or it's falling out, just go ahead and use some tape to make sure that stays in place. So we're going to update all 3 signs, and also if there's brochures in the pocket, we're going to throw those old brochures away and place the new brochures. And Roundy's, some of your stores have recently received these CheckLane credit end caps. It's a little bit smaller than the ones we have in the other divisions, but it's the same exact premise. You're going to have 3 signs, a header sign, podium sign, bottom sign, and you're just going to make sure all 3 signs are updated. And again, use double stick tape. If any of these signs seem loose or falling off, make sure you use double stick tape to keep those in place. And for those of you in Harris Teeter, we are going to be updating the tall credit fixture. So we're just going to pull off the old signs and brochures, place the new signage and the new brochure. And make sure you're going to receive 2 of these signs, a front and a back. Make sure that the one with the brochure cutouts is placed on the side of the fixture with the brochure, and the other one goes on the back side. That way you can tuck the new brochures into the pocket. Any questions on any of the credit fixtures? No? All right, moving on then. You are going to receive an envelope in your kits that says with instructions to go to the customer service desk. So again, you're just going to take this and drop off customer service. We don't have to open it. We don't have to do anything with it. Some stores may also receive a poly bag with signs and things for the fuel center. It does have a sticker on it that says to deliver to customer service. So again, just take that to customer service and hand that to them, and we do not have to do anything with it other than it over to the store. Okay, so moving on to Open Loop. So Open Loop is the Visa MasterCard side of the end cap. Typically, it's the front of the end cap. If you have a larger store, and you're only going to receive these signs and danglers if you have a 6 to 14 foot end cap. So if you have a big end cap, you're going to get these. We're going to remove the existing danglers, the existing 3D sign, and the existing floorboard sign, and just replace these with new ones. You will have new hardware in your kit to place that 3D sign if you need it. And on the floorboard sign, just make sure you wipe off that base before you place it, just because that does get really dusty and gross on that floorboard. So make sure you wipe that off before you place that new adhesive sign. And then when you're placing the danglers, place them all neatly in a row. We don't want them all over the end cap. We want them to look clean and neat and in a nice line, preferably on the outside edge of the end cap. So you're going to do you'll have danglers for the $25, $50, and $100 MasterCard, and the same for Visa at $25, $50, and $100. So for those of you in the Michigan, Houston, and Dallas divisions, you will not receive this 3D vertical sign, and that's okay. You're not supposed to get it because currently in those 3 divisions, this is filled with Visa, MasterCard, collegiate fan cards. So again, Houston, Michigan, and Dallas, you will not receive this 3D sign. And in Fred Meyer stores, you will not receive danglers. And again, that's okay. You're not supposed to have the danglers. Any questions on open loop? No? Okay. Next thing are power wings. So again, power wings are the corners of the end cap. If you have a newer digital end cap, you may not have power wings, and that's okay. If you have a digital end cap and you're not supposed to do this part of the project, you won't receive it in your kit. So we're going to pull off the current cards, backer tags, and sign. The backer tags and sign can be thrown away, and and the cards can be placed back on the other spots on the end cap or into back stock. Then we're going to place the new backer tags. So the backer tags print for both wings print on a single sheet. So if you notice here, it says right side and left side. Make sure your merchandisers understand that the top half go onto the right power wing, the bottom half go onto the left power wing. That way we make sure it's set correctly. There. So on the left side is going to become Nintendo, Xbox, Bath and Body Works. That's an interesting, I'm sorry, the right side, Nintendo, Xbox, Bath and Body Works. That's an interesting combination. The left side is Happy and Bath and Body Works. The sign goes into the middle. Make sure you use your double stick tape to ensure that it stays in place. And if the sign holder is missing, just use double stick tape and adhere it directly to the pegboard that's on the end cap, just so it's not left blank. And when it's blank, it's kind of ugly. So go ahead and use double stick and make sure that space is filled. And for those of you who have digital end caps that do have the power wings, it's the same identical POG. They just have a picture of it in the instructions just to show you how it looks, but it's the same POG as the other ones. Any questions on power wings? No? All right. So those of you who have 28-inch flexi fixtures in the Louisville division only, you are going to be removing these, the telecom flexis, and we're going to be placing a new POG on those telecom flexis. So going forward in Louisville, your rotation for flexis will be gift, local, gift, local, gift, local. So again, we're just going to, same thing you do on a normal flexi update, you're going to pull off the signs, cards, backer tags, and then you're going to set to this new yellow and purple local signs. And then also you're going to place your backer tags and the new cards. And those are only in stores that have 28-inch flexis in the Louisville division. So if you don't receive it in your kit, you're not supposed to have it. And then the last thing is in the Smiths and Food for Less divisions, actually just Smiths for us now. We're going to be updating, we're going to be installing for the first time the ways to pay signs. So these go on every man check lane and every U-scan check lane. And these are just adhesive signs that we just peel off the backing and they stick directly to the fixture. So again, they go on every man check lane and every U-scan. So that is all for the P9W2. Does anyone have any questions? Again, it's a really big project, a lot of detail in here.